It's beach season again. Can you believe it? Hi, I'm your host, Jim Boulgarides, and I'm a Los Angeles County Ocean lifeguard. For the next half hour or so, we're going to talk about ways you can come down to the beach and have a safe and enjoyable day. So I want you to sit back, relax, and get ready for Coastline, the Los Angeles County Beach Report. People returning to the beach can look forward to another season of sun and fun. However, you should also be aware of potential hidden hazards that also accompany the early beach season.
While a new beach season means fun in the sun for returning beachgoers, this also means possible ocean hazards for the unprepared. Fortunately, there are a number of tips that can make these first days back not only safer, but also more enjoyable. Number one on this list of concerns is the increased number of rip currents, also known as rip tides. While rip currents can form during all times of the year, they are most prevalent during spring and early summer. That's because the forces which create rip currents are related to the recent storms of the previous winter.
Typically after the winter storms, create troughs and high and low depressions in the ocean bottom. And the sand's very mobile. We lose and gain sand during this time of year. And when the ocean deposits sand in different places, the water will roll off of the high areas into these lower depressions and cause rip tides.
This movement of water through the low areas builds a river that washes out to sea. And since this all happens below the surf, many beachgoers don't notice rip currents until they suddenly find themselves moving out to the deeper ocean, despite their best efforts to swim shoreward.
When swimmers get back and haven't been swimming through the winter months, they're usually not in quite as good a shape. They get in these rip tides and oftentimes get in trouble, and we have to go out and rescue them.
Rescuing swimmers from rip currents is a big part of the job for lifeguards during the early season. A job that could be a lot easier if visitors knew how to spot and avoid rip currents. People should look for a sandy brown foamy area that points to the ocean. And while they may be difficult to see from the beach, there is one surefire method of finding possible rip currents.
Look at the water and maybe see if they can spot them, and if they can't, if they check with a lifeguard, we'll be happy to point them out to them, and they'll know what to look for.
Talking to a lifeguard is the best way to locate a possible rip current. In fact, ocean lifeguards are quick to warn swimmers of the situation and often post a pair of bright, crossed flags to indicate the location of a dangerous rip current. So what should a person do if he or she is caught in a rip current? Too many people start swimming toward the shore. The best solution is to swim parallel to shore until you are out of the rip current's flow. Not only does this take you out of the current,
oftentimes there'll be a sandbar on either side of it, and when they get into those shallow areas, oftentimes they're able to walk in against it.
And rip tides aren't the only hazard created by winter storms.
They will also cause what we call inshore holes, which are very, very close to the beach itself and are very dangerous for small children. They can be standing in ankle-deep water 1 minute, take 2 steps, and be chest-deep or over their head. And also there'll be rip tides accompanying these, and so parents have to be very careful about watching their children.
Temperature is another aspect of the new beach season that people should pay close attention to, both in the water and out.
During the springtime, we have these wonderful warm California days, but yet the ocean water is still quite cool. Could be in the mid-50s up into the low 60s. And a lot of people will come down their first time down to the ocean to enjoy for the springtime. And they go out, they might get caught in a riptide, and this water is real cold. If they start to struggle in this water, they lose their energy real fast. Cold water will catch a swimmer who's not used to it by surprise, and they won't have as much energy as they think they would have.
Even if beachgoers have no intention of getting their feet wet, weather can be an important factor.
Traditionally, when people come to the beach, that's oftentimes the first time they've been to the beach in quite some time. They're more prone to sunburns and to heat-related problems than they would be maybe later on in the year. So we would urge them to not to get too much sun on their first day to the beach, make sure they're using proper suntan lotion and that type of thing to protect themselves from the ultraviolet rays, and also keep a close eye on their kids who are also subject to the same problems.
And while you might not even realize you're getting a sunburn, heat cramps can happen right on the beach. Caused when the body perspires away essential salts and fluids, heat cramps can turn any day at the beach into a miserable experience.
A number of the calls that we've had here today, especially this one here, is probably heat related, simply just muscle cramps. And probably the biggest problem is people just don't know. They come down here unprepared and don't bring enough liquid refreshment with them. And when it's this hot down here, and you have to be drinking water or some type of fluid all day. And basically that's the problem that we're seeing here today. It's all pretty much heat-related things.
The situations we've covered are typical of the early beach season, so don't be caught unprepared and unaware. When you come down to the beach, always set yourself down near an open lifeguard tower, and don't be shy about asking the guard about water and beach conditions. Your LA County Ocean lifeguards are the ocean experts, and they're looking out for you. So talk to a guard and make your first days back to the beach a safe and enjoyable experience. You'll be glad you did.
Learning more about the do's and don'ts on your Los Angeles County beaches is going to make your beach experience safer and a heck of a lot more fun, too. So let's take some time and have a lesson in becoming surf smart.
By far the smartest thing a person can do when coming to the beach is to set themselves down near a staffed lifeguard tower. While no one plans on being rescued, locating near a lifeguard tower is smart for a number of reasons. First, as beach conditions change from day to day, a quick chat with the lifeguard can provide you with the latest information about the best places to swim or anything unusual. In fact, lifeguards have devised several means of showing current beach conditions at a glance. On the side of each tower is a tide board listing daily information like ocean temperature and wave size. Also look for a pair of bright red flags in front of the tower. The area between these flags designates the safest place to swim, as no surfing is permitted. The area outside the flags is for both swimming and surfing. Crossed flags means a warning, and you should consult the lifeguard before going in the water. And if you should see a black ball flag, that means surfing is no longer allowed, since the water has become too crowded for both swimmers and surfers. Locating near a lifeguard tower has other advantages as well, especially if you're a youngster or have youngsters.
LA County lifeguards are involved in hundreds and hundreds of lost kids each year. The reason that we are so heavily involved is that the beach looks very much generic to a child, that one bit of sand looks the same as another. They can walk down the beach a little bit, lose sight of their mother, and lose all their bearings very quickly.
That's why if a child can read, he or she should be taught the number of the lifeguard tower as a way of finding their way back should they get lost. And if a child and parent do become separated, both parties should go to the nearest lifeguard for help.
And we're successful in returning the kids to the parents, but the sooner we know it, the easier our job is.
For everyone's safety, the Department of Beaches and Harbors and local governments prohibit several activities from the beach environment. Let's take a closer look. Because it's easy to perspire at the beach, it's a good idea to replenish body fluids with plenty of fruit juices, soda pop, or just plain water. However, there are some drinks the lifeguards don't want to see you with.
LA County lifeguards average 10,000 rescues per year. Statistics show that a great deal of those rescues are caused by alcohol. Swimming in the ocean, swimming against the rip currents and the large surf is a challenging enough an assignment for a sober person, but when you mix alcohol or drugs with that condition, it makes for a very, very risky situation.
And remember, drinking alcohol on the beach is not only a bad idea, it's against the law.
We have laws that prohibit drinking on the beach, and no matter what your age, we don't allow drinking on the beach. We'll go down and issue advisories, and the police will issue citations as a result of that.
Like alcohol, fires are another item that should not be found on the beach. The only Los Angeles County beaches with fire pits are Dockweiler State Beach west of LAX, and Cabrillo Beach in San Pedro. The reasons for prohibiting fires on county beaches arose largely from what remained after the fire.
When they used to allow barbecues and things on the beach, people would take the hot coals when they were done with them and they would dump them into the sand. Somebody else would come along, not see it, burn their feet on it, or it also causes a very dirty, unsanitary condition to the sand. Since we have 50 million people that go to the beach each year, we have to really be careful of this valuable resource, and we found that this works the best to keep the beach available to everybody.
Like fires, and for the same reasons, fireworks of any kind are also not allowed. If you enjoy fireworks at the beach, check out one of the many professional exhibits that take place during the 4th of July. Dogs may have a place in their owners' hearts, but they have no place at the beach. For reasons of health and safety, no dogs or animals of any kind should be brought to the beach. When cool water beckons, many dream of floating in the ocean atop an inflatable mattress or inner tube. If they try, however, they will be stopped by an ocean lifeguard. That's because the only flotation devices allowed on county beaches are surfboards, bodyboards, and canvas surf mats with a rope attached.
Other things that are more designed for a pool, such as a plastic mat or inner tubes or other types of flotation device, are not allowed at the beach because we found over the years that since they're not well suited for waves, people tend to get injured on them, and we think it's not safe for them to have those in the ocean.
Part of the beach experience is enjoying a picnic lunch or snacks and soft drinks. Always bring along a bag for your cans, wrappers, and other trash that accumulates during the day. When you leave, put your trash into one of the many barrels on the beach. Keeping your beaches clean is important, and it makes the sand safer too. Don't bring glass to the beach. Use aluminum cans or plastic containers. If broken or forgotten in the sand, glass becomes a hazard to the thousands of bare feet that move across the sand each day. So there you have it, the information you need to make your beach visit the very best possible. As you've seen, keeping the beach safe is not just the responsibility of the lifeguards, but everyone who comes to the coast. If you have more questions, talk to your LA County Ocean Lifeguards. They'll set you straight. And above all, remember, LA County beaches are yours to share and enjoy safely. So go on and have yourself a day at the beach.
Ocean waters are continuously washing up against our shores. But did you know there's been another kind of water hitting our coast all year long? And it's been causing a whole lot of fun.
For many Southland youngsters, summer used to be the only time for beach fun. But the County of Los Angeles Department of Beaches and Harbors is changing that with a set of fun-filled year-round recreation courses called the Water Program.
Well, WATER stands for Water Awareness, Training, Education, and Recreation. And the WATER Program is a large youth organization which provides a wide variety of ocean-related activities on our Los Angeles County beaches.
Designed for young people ages 7 to 17, the WATER Program offers classes ranging in ability, activities, and skill levels. Within the program, there are two types of courses. The first being general classes that offer students an overview of ocean recreation. These sessions touch on subjects like ocean swimming and safety, bodyboarding, sailing, surfing, and canoeing. Even field trips are offered for the youngest ones. Other courses in the WATER Program are for young people looking to learn or advance a specific ocean skill. One example is Surf Camp, a week-long excursion into the world of surfing. Topics include surfing safety, history, and equipment knowledge. Classes in sailing and sailboat safety are held in the harbor of Marina del Rey and are accredited by the American Sailing Association. The program also offers lessons in the rapidly growing sport of sailboarding, where learning the proper techniques the first time out is essential. With the emphasis on learning, personal development, and having lots of fun, the WATER Program is only as good as its staff. Not only do most classes have 1 to 2 staff members per class, with only 10 to 15 children per group, all instructors are Los Angeles County ocean lifeguards with years of experience in ocean recreation and safety. And that's not all. Many staff members are also full-time teachers and coaches in sports like swimming and water polo.
I think they complement everything we do in the program, and they develop a special relationship with the kids and sharing their enjoyment and love for the ocean.
Since classes in the water program deal in and around the ocean, safety is taken very seriously. So when prospective students register, they must pass a timed swim test held at a local pool.
We need to make sure they have a certain level of swimming ability before we put them in the ocean, which is just for everybody's safety.
And while there are fees for the courses, the people at the water program and the Department of Beaches and Harbors don't want any interested youngster left behind. That's why they've developed extensive scholarships just for the program. Once the week-long classes begin, transportation to and from the beaches is included as part of the course. And there's no need for students to worry about owning a surfboard, sailboat, or wetsuit. Whatever the activity, all necessary equipment is provided by the instructors.
All they need to bring is their towel and bathing suit and warm clothes for after they're done with the activity.
Parents or youngsters interested in learning more should give the water program a call. The staff will be happy to answer any questions. And remember, courses are held throughout the year during all school vacations. So if you're a youngster looking to spend your school vacation learning a new sport, making new friends, and having a great day at the beach, you just might find what you're looking for in the water program.
The Daily Breeze International Surf Festival has been attracting and entertaining thousands of visitors along LA County's coastline for years. And why not? The festival is a celebration of all the best events and attractions our coastline has to offer. So let's take a guided tour through the world's longest running beach party.
The Daily Breeze International Surf Festival is conducted every summer on South Bay beaches with a wide variety of surf and sand events, provided free for the public's viewing pleasure. Staged jointly by the city governments and chambers of commerce of Hermosa Beach, Manhattan Beach, Redondo Beach, and Torrance, and the Los Angeles County Department of Beaches and Harbors, the 3 days and nights of competition are officially initiated by a beachside kickoff dinner, featuring the annual presentation of Medals of Valor, honoring heroic lifeguard rescue. The dinner brings together local political leaders, government officials, chamber executives, media representatives, and Los Angeles County lifeguards to honor the medal recipients and, every 4th year, to welcome visiting Australian lifeguards and, on occasion, New Zealand lifeguards who join in the festival's competition. First and foremost, the Australians are here to compete with their Los Angeles counterparts for the coveted Wayland Shield. This event, comprising a number of land and water contests, is held biannually, rotating between Los Angeles and the state of Victoria. Another key festival element is the private sector, whose co-sponsoring participation underwrites the major costs of promoting and staging the festival. The Daily Breeze, the South Bay's daily of the Copley Los Angeles newspapers, sponsors the event. Men and women are featured prominently in virtually all 14 to 16 competitions held each year. In some instances, they compete against one another, but usually different classes exist in most events. Youth is also formally recognized during the festival, commencing with the Junior Queen and Junior King contests held for 3- and 4-year-olds, and concluding with a wide assortment of youth swims and paddleboard races for boys and girls 10 to 17 years of age. While all the events are well received by contestants and spectators alike, the major attractions each year are the 2 nighttime lifeguard competitions, featuring swimming, board paddling, and 2-person dory legs. The first evening's events involve 9 16-member ocean lifeguard teams from various beaches, competing in the Bud Stevenson Intercrew Medley for Los Angeles County supremacy. The next night, lifeguard teams from San Diego to Santa Barbara vie in a similar medley relay for the Judge Taplin Bell, symbolic of Southern California bragging rights for a year. The Stevenson and Taplin rivalries are complemented by ocean rescue demonstrations and other events, including beach flag races and rescue board and surf ski relays. Strong participation by lifeguards and other swimmers are featured in the 2-mile rough water pier-to-pier swim. The large numbers of contestants are usually accompanied by paddleboarders and small boaters in their grueling journey from the sand at Hermosa Beach Pier to the finish line at Manhattan Beach Pier. Another major attraction, both in terms of participants and spectators, is the 2-day beach volleyball tournament. 6-man and 6-woman teams in masters divisions for women over 35 and men over 40, and junior brackets as well, vie for the championship. For Southern California, the birthplace of beach volleyball, few tournaments match this festival's for excitement and color. Whether the competition is among the young or the older, the male or the female, the matches are fierce and extremely competitive, as each team and every individual member strives to make it into the second day and to an eventual championship. Blocks, spikes, setups, and saves produce thrills for spectators throughout the tournament. For sheer tests of stamina, the rough water swim is strongly challenged by the 2-mile beach run. Anyone who has ever tried to run on sand knows it is no easy task. The festival also offers a share of recognition for artistic expression. The Sandcastle Design Contest produces some unbelievably creative works of art each year. This competition requires major advanced planning and coordination and encompasses both individual and group sand sculptures. Unfortunately, the lifespan of the finished exhibits is limited. In fact, there have been occasions when the tides beat the judges to certain entries, washing away forever the artistic endeavor.
Another event that occasionally affords periods of relaxation for the competitors is the fishing derby. Rod, reel, and the right choice of bait are invaluable tools to success in the all-day event contested from the Hermosa Pier. The Derby utilizes a wide range of age brackets and other criteria for determining prize winners for men and women. Of course, those who don't win can still take home their day's catch. And for those who fail to hook anything at all, well, they had a relaxing day in the sun. The two remaining events sharing the festival schedule are for the true aquatic aficionados, bodyboard riding and body surfing. To find the highest waves and most challenging surf conditions requires early rising and participation by hardy contestants. The bodyboard competition often attracts world-renowned entrants, creating an exciting spectator event. So whether it be swimming, surfing, sand sculpting, spiking, snoozing, or sunning, the South Bay's Daily Breeze International Surf Festival continues to provide good-hearted competitiveness and fun for contestants and beachgoers for 3 glorious days and nights each summer.
All right, that's going to do it for today's show. And thanks for watching. And remember one thing. Your Los Angeles County Department of Beaches and Harbors is proud to maintain your beaches in a safe and clean manner. But it's up to you to get out there and enjoy them. So for Coastline, I'm Jim Boulgarides. I'll see you at the beach.